A subscreen area is a reserved rectangular area on a screen in which you place another screen at runtime. Subscreen areas cannot contain any other screen elements. To use a subscreen, you must create a second screen with the type subscreen and display it in the subscreen area that you defined on the main screen. A subscreen is an independent screen which displays within another screen. You can use a subscreen to perform the following functions: to display or hide a group of objects from the main screen in certain circumstances, to display or hide extra fields on the main screen depending on the entries the user has made.
Another advantage of using subscreens is that different programs can use the same subscreens. To configure this setting, you must execute other screen programs within your main program. You can include more than one subscreen in a single main screen. You can also determine which subscreen displays dynamically at runtime. You can use subscreens in the following scenarios: screen enhancements, for example, screen exits; within other screen objects, for example, tab strip controls; modification assistant; web transactions.
If a subscreen is larger than the subscreen area in which it is called, the system only displays as much data as can fit on the screen, starting at the upper left corner. However, you can use the scrollable attribute to ensure that the complete subscreen displays. If the screen is too large to fit on the subscreen area, the system displays scroll bars. The resizable attribute controls whether the size of a subscreen area can be changed vertically or horizontally. You must set these attributes for the size of the subscreen area to change with the size of the main screen. You can use the minimum size attribute to set a lower limit beyond which the subscreen area cannot be resized. The context menu attribute allows you to assign a context-sensitive menu to the output fields on the subscreen.
To create a subscreen area, choose Subscreen Area from the object list in the Screen Painter and place it on the screen. Identify the top left corner of the table control area and then drag the object to the required size. In the object text field, enter a name for the subscreen area. A subscreen name is necessary to identify the area when you call the subscreen. To use a subscreen, you must call it in both the PBO and PAI sections of the flow logic of the main screen. The call subscreen statement commands the system to execute the PBO and PAI processing blocks for the subscreen as components of the PBO and PAI of the main screen. You can program RBAR modules for subscreens in the same way as for screen. The fields that you use within the flow logic are the global fields of your RBAR program. These fields must be declared in the top include of your program.
If a subscreen is not in the same module set as the main program, the global data of the main program is not available to the subscreen, and the data from the screen cannot be transferred back to the program. You must program the data transfer, for example, using a function module that exports and imports data with an appropriate move statement in the subscreen coding.
To use subscreens in the screens of different programs, you must encapsulate the subscreens in a function group and use function modules to move the data between the programs. You can pass the data between the calling program and the function group using the interfaces of the function modules. This is the technique used for customer subscreens or screen enhancements.
You can use function modules to transport the data between the calling program and the function group. You can use a module before the subscreen call to declare the data from the calling program to the subscreen from the function group. This calls for a function module whose interface you can use to pass the required data to the function group. The function module call must occur before the subscreen call. This ensures that the data is known in the function group before the PBO processing block of the subscreen is called. The sequence is reversed in the PAI module of the calling screen. You call the PAI processing block of the subscreen before you call a function module to pass the data from the function group back to the calling program. To make the data from the calling program available globally in the function group, you must transfer the interface parameters from the function module into the global data fields of the function group and vice versa.